So pag pinild mo, wala naman po tayo. In fact, recently we launched the National Academy for Cardiac and Vascular Surgery. 4 na institution na nag-tie up.
That's true.
Para mas
That's
mabilis
true,
ang pag-train.
But you know George Garcia, Dr. George Garcia.
Yes, I know George Garcia.
Where was he practicing?
Washington, D.C.
When you built the Asian, saan siya umuwi? Sa Pilipinas.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yes.
So, I learned that from Governor Chato of Bohol when he was asking me about helping Bohol 2012, 2013, 2014, I forgot the date, about call centers. Sabi ko, boss, 6 lang out of 100 ang marunong, ang kinukuha ng call centers at that time. Dahil 6 lang sa 100, 6% ang pumapasa sa English nila or mas mababa pa yung foreign language. Sabi niya sa akin, hindi problema yun, Senator. Kasi yung mga nasa call center sa Cebu, Boholano, uuwi din yan. So the reality is, we're not talking about building 100 heart centers, etc. So just like in Clark, yung mga taga Pampanga, taga Tarlac, na doctors, etc. And then yung iba, in fact, during Duterte's time, I think the Israelis were interested, di ba? And it's the same when you build the regional health, you're also asking for more doctors there, di ba? So, ang point ko lang, I proposed this as early as 2010. Ang problema, the then President and Secretary Ona had a different idea. They wanted to privatize. Di ba? So, kasi ba you have 2 categories eh. Yung, 3. Yung katulad ng PGH that nasa under UP. Then you have yung katulad ng heart center and lung center na may board yan. Diba? So it's a GOCC.
Yes.
Then you have yung completely under the DOH. Diba?
Yes.
So we can propose yung pinapatakbo just like yung sa heart center. But wala sa budget nyo yon. But hindi ko napupuntahan yon.
Mr. President, that requires an enactment of law to create a GOCC. So we will wait for that. If that's the pleasure of the legislature, we will implement
that's true when you create, but you can build the facility na. Then that can follow.
We'll have to have the basis.
I'm informing you can.
Mr. President, the DBM will not fund us for something that has no enabling law.
No.
So,
you're wrong there.
Kausap
ko si SECMI na noon. So, halimbawa sa Taguig, if we have half a hectare and ilagay mo sa budget a Taguig Heart Center, you can build it. Now, if you want it to be a GOCC...
Hindi kami ina-allow, Mr. President. They don't allow us, and they'll put that, they'll ask for the enabling law.
Ang DPWH nagbi-build ngayon sa Laguna Lake na ang tingin ko balak nilang gawin toll road.
Mr. President, can I explain?
Yeah,
that's why we passed the...
Dito kita kasi 30 years na ako sa legislature eh. Sinabi din ng DepEd yan dati, pag walang batas, hindi ka pwede mag-build ng school. Anong ginawa nila? Nung una, 1998 pa. 1992 pa ako na sa gobyerno eh. Magbi-build sila ng annex. Tapos mag-annex, papas ng law. So I won't argue with you there. But if for example, pwede mag-amend yung senador eh. So if Senator Robin secures 2 hectares in Camarines Norte and then he puts their building for hospital, DPWH will build, but DOH standard. Then he can pass the law later on. Or he can give it to the province. Yun yung sinasabi ko, Sec, na diskarte at usap-usap. Bakit? May law ba yung sa Clark?
Yes.
Ano yung law doon?
Regional Specialty Centers Act. So we used when the Regional Specialty Centers Act was
so you answered my question.
Correct.
So if you build someone under this act, then later on we separate it. Hindi pwede yun?
The question was a GOCC hospital like
Yes,
heart
sir.
center. So I said, Mr. President, I need an enabling law to create a GOCC.
Mr. President, listen to me. I'm talking about the building. The GOCC is how to run it. So when you build it as a regional hospital, we cannot pass a law within the 2 years bago matapos to make it run like lung center. And if we don't pass the law, you cannot run it as a regional hospital?
You can, Mr. President.
So yun ang point ko. Diskarte, Mr. Secretary. Di ba? Diskarte. Kasi importante yun sa Pinoy because nga hindi perfect ang ating sistema. Di ba? So, because of the time limitation, I had slides. I showed you this in 2023 when you were confirmed. Na different kinds of, you can show a few, different kinds of health centers. I saw you inspecting, and of course, natuwa ako. But how many primary health centers have you actually inspected? More or less. More or less.
Well, if you're asking in my lifetime, when I was undersecretary, I was tasked to follow up all the health center projects in the area that's connected
as secretary, di ba, before you went
as
abroad
secretary,
a few months ago,
as secretary, when we discovered that there were super health centers that were completed and not yet functional, then I started going around.
Yeah, how many?
Siguro mga naka-apat na yata.
Apat. Out of ilan na binibuild during your term?
The building started in 2021. They started building super health centers in 2021. The highest numbers were built and budgeted for like about 4 billion was in 2022 and 2023.
Yeah. So, Mr. President, what I'm saying
they
is
have completed about, Mr. President, about 500. And only 200 super health centers are functional.
Okay.
There are 312 that are completed but still not functional. And then there are 300 more that are still in the process of construction.
So of the 4 billion ngayon for primary health centers, how many of them have you personally inspected? None.
Yung mga nakita kong tapos, I asked
sir.
I personally visit the ones that were completed because my targeted approach was to make the facilities that were completed functional, Mr. President.
Let me put context, pretext, ha? Nagkagulo doon sa Ghost Project sa Bulacan, nagkagulo. Nag-media kayo, pinakita nyo na tinutubuan na, eto, meron pa pala sa health, etc. You have 4 billion this year for primary health centers. How much did you have last year? 3 billion, 4 billion?
About the same. Yes.
About the same. So of that 8 billion primary health centers na ginagawa, how many of them have you inspected personally?
I don't inspect health centers because I have a unit, I have an undersecretary that's supposed to do the inspections, Mr. President.
I'll say muna, dapat ini-inspect mo yan. Okay. Bakit dapat? You have a unit na nag-i-inspect. If you have a unit na nag-i-inspect, bakit ka gulat na gulat dun sa sinabi mong tapos na pero hindi nag-ooperate? I saw your interviews eh. Nagwawala, well, in a good sense, you were outraged na yung isa, was it in Marikina na tinutubuan na ng halaman, etc. Dapat binabantayan nyo yun eh. Di ba? Kasi ang kaibahan sa, let me finish lang, Secretary, ha? So far, maganda pa ang ayos natin. Yung DPWH, flood control, walang ibang naglagay yon kung hindi sila. USEC, ASEC, Regional Director, District Engineer. Pero ang classrooms, nasa DepEd ang project niyan, tapos nag-momowa yan. So dapat ang DepEd, binabantayan nila. Same sa DOH. Ang pondo niyan wala sa DPWH, MOA yan. At meron kang regional director sa bawat lugar. At sabi mo nga, may USEC ka. So dapat hindi ka gulat na maraming hindi ginagamit. Kasi dapat consistent yung reporting. Unless media stunt lang yung pagpunta doon to show people na umiikot kayo doon. Di ba? So bakit kayo gulat doon? Or para sa camera na lang yan?
Yes, Mr. President, I promise to visit all the primary care facilities under construction.
Mr. President, you can do random. You can just visit yung hindi. What I'm saying, sir, is that nagulat ako, naggalit ka doon. So for example, yung isa, natiwangwang ng 1 year. No? All of us who've been in local government, or them pala, local government din ako, vice mayor at saka konsehal. And all of us na matagal ng senator, like Senator, except Senator Ping, pero siya nag-inspect din siya nung una. Kaya nga nakita niya maraming anomalya sa amendment insertion. Kaya nga in his career, ayaw niya na may ganon. Okay? I'm correct, no, Senator Ping? Di ba? So, but ang point ko, all of us na nag-amend at naglalagay, so pagka more than one phase yan, tinatanong na namin sa DPWH, kailan yung phase 2? Para hindi matiwangwang at tubuan ng kung ano man yung nandun. Diba? So, if sabihin nilang, sir, mahirap makakuha ng multi-year sa DBM at saka DPWH. So, ang ginagawa dyan, so if it's a 200 million building at sabihin na, sir, kahit lagyan mo ng 200 million this year, hindi matatapos, lagyan mo 100 million. Pero next year, lagyan mo ulit ng 100 million. So, kung on the third year kong ilalagay, hindi ako magugulat na tinubuan ng mga halaman or whatever doon. Kasi ako ang hindi naglagay nung second year eh. Diba? So yes, DPWH should have the diligence. But whoever you put in charge, the USEC, until the grassroots nyo, dapat nire-report sa inyo. Sir, patapos na to. Diba? If we're clear there and we're okay there, I'll go to another issue.
Yeah, Mr. President, I'm clear with that, and we will monitor closely as you suggest. But the reason of that media release that I visited and uncompleted, because my own team told me that that was a completed health center.
Yes.
Of course, when I get there, yung pala completed phase 1. So now I'm getting reports that get to me are sanitized, and you're correct. I should be visiting them.
Okay. Thank you.
Kasi nga yung pala completed phase 1. Hindi pala teka muna.
Yes.
So
I appreciate the humility, sir. But yun nga sinasabi, kung kulang team mo, bahala ka na. Appropriate naman eh. Hindi naman pang fire yun kung miscommunication. But what I'm saying is that hindi dapat sila nagulat na completed first 1 kasi ang budget natin is yearly eh. So kung alam mo naman matatapos, let's say, ng August 2026, nasa budget mo na for 2027 yung completed, di ba? So, but we're clear there, so let's not, I won't quibble with you there, I won't, ang intention natin dito, mapabuti yung health, hindi yung tayong dalawa mag-argue. Next question about that, bakit nagugulat din po na yung ibang natapos, hindi nagpro-provide yung mayor or governor ng health worker? So, I'll just show this to you. No? Can you go to the next slide? So I had this done by a friend who does our urban planning. And the price, actually, sa ganda nito, the price is similar to what you said. No? So he made 3 klase. Isang 280 square, next. Isang 462 square, isang next. Okay. And then, nasa taas kung ano yung basic. Tapos ito yung add-ons, no? Okay, ito yung add-ons yung sa ilalim. Nilagay niya yan kasi sabi niya sa akin, Senator, pag may humingi sa'yo na mayor or governor, barangay captain, whoever, ibigay mo to. Kasi huwag kang magsisimulang gumawa nang hindi sila nangako ng personnel na ilalagay nila. Kasi madali yung structure at equipment pero mahirap yung tao. And dalawa yung issue sa tao. One, may pera ba yung LGU for that? And yan, makikita mo na sa budget nila. Kasi if it takes 1 to 2 years to, ipapakita nila budget. Sir, naglagay kami for specialist, for doctor, whatever. The second one is yung ibang LGUs, you know better than me dito kasi kayo nga nag-handle ng doctor sa barangay. May iba, may plantilla, pero wala talagang pupunta sa lugar na yon, di ba? Walang available. So next slide. So, what happens, meron ng space requirements na standard, galing pa to, galing din sa inyo, galing din sa DOH yung standards na yan. And then, may space requirements, kasi let's say pag Super Health Center, sa Taguig po nag-umpisa yan kung hindi ako nagkakamali. We have 4. We called it Super Health Center for 3 reasons. One, first reason, it's open 24/7. So our ordinary health centers are open the usual hours, but our super health centers are open 24/7. Okay. 2, just like before, may lying in. Pero we didn't separate it na. 3, sa buong 24 hours, may doctors kami. At we have 1 or 2 now, may DOC, doctors on call. 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., the doctors will go to the house pag may tumawag para hindi na sila doon. Of course, we're privileged to not only have the finances, but to have the professionals available. So that's why sa mga luma naming ginawa, yung sinasabi ko with the hospitals, no? We have a new hospital, Taguig General Hospital. We have an old hospital, the Taguig Pateros Hospital. Mahirap talaga mag-renovate. I understand you, pag regional, you're talking about building an extra building, but even when it's integrated, no? Same thing sa barangay health centers, yung gagawa, yung DPWH na walang standards. Ang dami naming health centers, nung tinurn over ng DPWH, hindi sinunod ang standard ng DOH. So we had to redo it, So next slide. I just want to show, sige, go, bilisan nyo na lang. Ayan. This is an example of the basic outpatient diagnosis primary care unit, di ba? Next slide. Yan. So halimbawa, ito yung checklist. So may checklist para sure, pag you said small, medium, large. Huwag ka hihingi ng large na wala kang ganito. So yun ang question ko po. What happened? Bakit may nagagawa ang DOH tapos hindi pinapatauhan?
Ang analysis namin dyan, maraming factors. No? Number one, before they request, before it's even built and budgeted, we sign a memorandum of agreement that they will hire. Pero pag natapos, kuminsan iba na yung mayor, ayaw mag-hire, or kuminsan sasabihin ng local chief executive, hindi ko naman hiningi yan eh. Binigay na lang sa amin yan. So, they don't have the money to fund the health workers. So, nagkaroon kami ng bagong proposal. Sabi namin, sige, yung tao nyo na lang dun sa lumang health center, ilipat natin dun sa bago. Kasi sayang eh. And then we'll repurpose the old one.
I appreciate, sir, that nire-remedyohan nyo yung present. But in all future na gagawin nyo, diba? Can we have a commitment na one, yung ratio nyo between primary and tertiary, pag-aralan nyo, kasi nga, priority ang primary, pero nasa secondary, tertiary. Secondly, pag gumawa nga ng primary, may tatao. Whether it's from DOH, if it's a third class, or it's from them, no? Of course, it's legitimate kung sasabihin nyo, sir, gusto namin lagyan primary, pero walang tatao. So gagastusin namin secondary, tertiary, di ba? But I don't think that's the case. Di ba? Kasi so far, wala namang nakikita, mayor, na wala talagang malasakit sa lugar nila eh. But yun nga, it's either miscommunication or akala nila pag ginawan mo ng health center, tayo din ang magtatao sa kanila, which is not true kasi devolved nga yung services, di ba? So can I just ask you for a commitment that, for a system for the new health centers na ganon? So you're gonna submit an annex no, for 2026 ng mga gagawin?
Yes, kailangan submit yun,
sa lahat
Mr.
ng gagawin nyo for 2026, vetted na yon na tatauhan talaga nila?
Yes, Mr. President. So I commit
okay.
to...
So just one, umahaba, so tapusin natin PhilHealth, but one issue lang sa vaccines, no? So, where is the problem sa bidding? I think we've accepted in our 3 or 4 hearings na procurement. Anong problema sa procurement?
Ang nakikita ko, Mr. President, is that there's usually a protest. There's, the other bidders. It's always a competitive bid.
Yeah, but Mr.
So
President,
nagkakaroon ng, and these bids are huge. It's like $1 billion, 500 million to a billion pesos. And the competition is really, talagang laging nag-uuwi sa protest, sa complaint, and then that drags on kasi either ika-cancel, i-rebid.
No, Mr. President,
so that's the delay.
Mr. Secretary, I understand that. I've talked to mayors, to secretaries, etc. Okay. But eto, kung hindi problema ang procurement sa DOH, I don't expect you to know procurement systems because that's why you have people for that. Kaya ka nga may back-end, etc. Pero kung during your whole term, and let me emphasize, nabanggit ko UNICEF, and they're wonderful, and all around the world, they're being used to, may fee lang, but they're being used, di ba, to not only purchase but deliver the vaccine. So don't get the wrong impression nung binanggit ko yung UNICEF. But since may problema nga kayo, shouldn't you know and study and find a solution sa procurement? For example, Sec, do you know how long it is to procure? So from the time you have the specs until the time of bid, more or less gaano katagal yun? It's okay if you don't know, but I just wanted to make a point.
Right now, ang umaabot is 3 to 6 months.
Okay, it only takes 35 days.
Dapat, by law.
From the day that you, chinart namin yan, kasi nga nagkakaproblema din kung saan-saan, okay? Okay. Yung mga protest, etc., sorry but to hell with them kung mali sila. Kung tama sila, may problema ka sa back, papalitan mo sila. Kasi hindi mawawala, negosyo yun eh. And may pera yung mga yan eh, di ba? And there are good pharmas, but there are pharmas, we know that. Doctors know that na grabe ang pera, di ba? But that's where kailangan ng konting, kung paano mo ako inaangasan last time at paano kita inaangasan last time, na may tama at may mali tayong dalawa, dapat ganun yung angas nyo sa mga nang loloko sa bidding sa inyo. Di ba, mag-bid kayo fair and square. Pag nanalo, nanalo. Di ba, Mr. Kasi,
for the record, Mr. President, I wasn't galit last time. I was just tired.
Okay.
So hindi ako nagagalit. Talagang pagod na ako noon 12
ako nagalit
midnight.
sa So, but anyway,
so, hindi ako nagagalit
it's better for our health to talk this way than that way. So I thank you for that, Secretary.
So na-discover ko itong delay in procurement of the vaccines last June. And since that time, nagpatulong ako sa World Health Organization. So WHO sent me a very good technical expert. Siya yung bumibili ng mga vaccines pag
That's
may
wonderful,
outbreak.
pero sa impression ko, you need a bouncer.
That's what he did. Actually, we after that, nagkaroon kami ng committee, na-create kami ng parang bouncer na council at natutukan lahat ito.
No,
so ang na-delay lang
set by bouncer to slap people around yung mga nanggugulo sa bidding nyo.
So
I'm curious. Whether it's internal, medyo may gustong kumita dyan, or kung maayos sila lahat pero sa labas may gustong manggulo, it's too big an issue.
Ako na po yung nag-bouncer. Pinalitan ko lahat yung, as you suggested, ginawa ko po yun.
Katulad sa HPV, di ba? Sa HPV, di ba? School-based na yung pagbigay nung di ba? Binigay yung first vaccine. Meron pa rin vaccine resistance Kinausap magulang, etc. Hindi dadating on time yung second dose. Tapos pagdating, near expiry, ayaw na nung parents. So, and then ito ang problema. Joel said that yung lady behind mo is really good in communications and she used to be a courtside reporter, etc. So, sabi ni Joel Villanueva, but ito point ko, Sec. Ang sabi sa akin ng mga mayors na tinawagan ng team namin at sarili namin health, kulang kayo sa communication. And I'm not blaming your regional directors kasi they also don't know what to say. Sabi, wala pa, zero stock, etc. Hindi nila alam sasabihin So, diba? So, kung nagka-problema, bite the bullet, i-announce na lang. Hindi dadating, I'm not talking about a diaryo announcement. I'm talking, diba? Kasi kung kayang bumili ng, as you said, yung iba pwedeng bilhin ng local government. Ang problema, hindi to emergency purchase. So, they need to fix the papers which might take 1 day to 30 days, and then 35 days yung bidding, then may delivery time pa. But if you tell them ahead of time, may problema sa ganito, and then prioritize muna namin third-class municipalities, pero kayo first-class or cities kayo, bayaran nyo, it's not the best solution, but it's better than yung sitwasyon ngayon na marami tayong zero stock na bakuna.
Yes, Mr. President. And we have no zero stock now. No. The only zero stock is pneumococcal and influenza. But they will deliver in January. So with the consultant from WHO and the technical working group we created, na-cover po namin ang deliveries ng 11 of the antigens, 11 of the 16. Kasi we deploy 16 antigens. So meron na tayong stocks ngayon. So the next step is distributing them to the different regions and the health center. So I think I'll announce it here na dadating na yung mga bakuna na binili namin, pentavalent, MMR.
Itong OPV vaccine, Hepa B vaccine, flu vaccine, pneumococcal, PPV 23, HPV, MCV, BGC, meron ng stock kasi as of the time I made this brief 2 days ago, nung chinecheck namin sa ibang regional directors, no stock daw.
Mr. President, may mga deliveries ako ditong November. So
okay.
I'll stop there. I counted 11, meron na tayong stock.
I think I get your point, you get my point. But can we endeavor that next year, March, April, may flu vaccine? You're allowed din, di ba? Yung tawag doon sa procurement?
Early procurement activity, EPA. So we're doing that also.
Okay.
So in fact, ang nangyari, because na-delay yung flu, Mr. President, we only lessened the amount to buy for 26, kalahati. So we will have a lot. We will have
And Mr. Secretary, you have a special provision sa JA allowing you to advance, di ba? Payment sa vaccines, unlike other procurement, wala. So may advantage kayo. Baka yun ang isang reason na maraming nagbibid kasi nga may bayad kagad and everything. But that's supposed to be an advantage to you din. Hindi. Kasi nga nakita natin, pag may shortage in the world, kung sino munang magbabayad. And for example, yung mga bansa na mga sultan at hari, they can pay right away. Iba proseso nila sa mga may kongreso. Di ba? That's why we put the special provision.
And Mr. President, ang isang solution namin sinuggest is to put this in a either multi-year contract is one. So parang 3 years total binibili natin every year. Para hindi na tayo nagbibid every year, ibibid mo yung 3-year supply tapos isusupply na lang nung mananalo yearly. So walang delay. Pangalawa is also what's called the framework agreement. Pagka may additional kang kailangan, mag-deliver sila ng additional pag may outbreak kami. So yun yung two solutions na palig naman ang DBM. So,
I'm listening, Sec. I'm just pressured sa time. One comment na lang dito, tapos last issue, PhilHealth, and I'll try to shortcut dyan. Dyan lang sa no billing, zero billing. But actually, sinave tayong dalawa ni Dr. Edwin Mercado. Because he told us yesterday, kaya nila yung survey by February. Okay? So, hindi ko na itutuloy yung 1 week. Hindi na tayo mag-argue, but February, ayos na yung survey, and pag-usapan na lang natin in a few minutes yung no billing.
Yes, we will help, Mr. President. I'll make sure PhilHealth delivers by February.
So, I just like to recognize Lionel Tangkangko, co-convener, Malusog at Matalinong Bata Coalition. He met me last year after we brought up that stunting. Yung first question sinagot mo, di ba? How do we monitor that? But yun nga, please submit na lang to my office and I'm happy to work kung sino man sa office mo. So, itutulay, kasi itong mga nampantulay sa PhilHealth. And I don't know if Dr. Edwin wants to answer himself or ano, but basically, ang tanong is, pag tinulay natin sa PhilHealth, because Secretary, kaya karamihan ng mga senador, everyone who spent a lot of time on this, Senator Risa, Senator JV, Senator Bongo, Senator Pia, everyone who's been active sa PhilHealth the last 2 years, and even the Senate President and Senate President Pro Temp in their past, even my father dati, because nga, pagka maayos ang PhilHealth, 50-60% ng trabaho ng Secretary of Health madali. Di ba? So, ang tanong nga dito, bakit, ano yung programa ng PhilHealth sa Yakap Konsulta Package sa mga pregnant? Meron na ba? Kung meron, isubmit nyo na lang. Or, sige sir, if you wanna answer. Para marinig na rin ng mga ano natin, ng ating mga pregnant.
So, papa-expand pa lang. According to President Edwin, we'll expand. But we have a program for our Disease Prevention and Control Bureau, yung maternal care. So, may budget din tayo doon sa DOH. So, for the pregnant mothers, and yan yung micronutrients, yun yung kasama sa first 1,000.
Let me shortcut na lang, sir. If we encourage now and through the media, lahat na nalaman nilang pregnant sila, to go to the Barangay Health Center, pwede bang kung makitang may problema sa nutrition, malink siya kung saan siya makakakuha ng whatever. At hindi yung pang that day. Diba? Kasi nga, paano kung talagang sobrang poverty or 6 na yung anak at wala talagang makain? Can they refer her to DSWD for AIX or for food stamps? You know what I mean? A conscious effort na, parang OFW OFW, when me and Yusek Sara here was in the DFA, nung unang punta namin doon, sabi, paano pag napauwi yung OFW? Pagka-claims ho sa ganitong department, pag skills ho sa TESDA, pagka-scholarship ho sa CHET, mahihilo eh. Di ba? And katulad sa DSWD, MAIP, TUPAD, etc., the sad reality is talaga, although meron porsyento na pwedeng ma-access, sabi nga ni Senator Lacson, bakit may padrino? I'm using the word Senator Lacson padrino, but you were saying nga na parang nagagamit sa politics or in our words, padrino system na kung makalapit sa congressman, mayor, senador yung tao, o yan, may AIX ka kagad. Yung food stamps hindi, kasi nga diretso. But we have to have a system from the Barangay Health Center na pag nakita na nilang may danger dun sa mother, whether it's any kind of health danger o yun nga, baka yung nutrition, how to refer them. It's not going to be easy. Di ba? It's not going to be easy, but that's how we can make a dent. No? So may I ask you I'm more than willing to host you, Sec Rex and Sec Sani Angara and whoever are acting DBM Sec, but we have to have a system like that.
Yes, I agree with that. Thank you very much. We will do that exactly as you suggest.
So, guarantee letters, angal ng mga ospital, 6 months to 1 year. Is that a very few or is that prevalent pa rin? Ano ang speed ngayon ng pagbayad ng, and you can ask your staff here kasi baka mas
my average now is about 3 months from the time they claim. Kung minsan nagbabalik-balik yung papel, Mr. President, kasi may kulang na documentation.